Hi, my name is Ollie, and this is Lesson on the Road, personal development from a traveler's perspective. As we're waking up on this beautiful, beautiful morning, this is a very nice sunrise here at a remote beach here in Siquijor, Philippines. I wanted to talk to you today about the power of saying no. So whenever in your life you have the ability to say yes to something, that also means that you are saying no to something else. So this is something that I personally myself have been struggling with a lot. I have been very much a yes man, just saying yes to every single opportunity that comes up. And this was never really any problem until I wanted to build something, or I wanted to focus on something like specifically health. I wanted to build a business. I wanted to do a lot of things for my own life. And I realized like 24 hours in one day, there's actually a limit to it. So that is the moment when you realize the power of saying no. And I think for me, since I've been at this point living in Bali, Indonesia for 3 years, this has been the perfect training ground because Bali, Indonesia is a place where you will be tested very, very often, whether if you can keep your routines or if you will just go with the flow and just go from event to event and nice restaurant to nice restaurant. And I think that is one of the perfect training grounds for it. So what do I mean when I say that saying no is your absolute power to something? So basically, when you are saying no to something, it means that you are saying yes to something else. And whenever you find yourself that you're saying yes to a bunch of things, I'm just moving into the water. Beautiful. I want to dip my toes in here. Oh, this is nice. We got a massive sea star right there. Yeah. So whenever you are saying yes to a bunch of things and you have this grand vision, you want to build something, you want to go on a big travel, but let's say that you're staying in hostels and every single night people are asking you, do you want to join us to go for some drinks? But you also know that the next morning you have at 6 a.m. this amazing adventure to a waterfall, to a small village, or like some great adventure. And it is at these moments where you are being tested. And the reason why this is a test is because whenever you are being asked to say yes to something, because when you say yes to something, that immediately means that you're saying no to something else. And yes, you can potentially say yes to multiple things, but the thing is, you also have a limited amount of energy. And I want to talk about momentum. Momentum is one of the most important things in your life. Because when you start a habit, when you start doing something new, you start doing something fresh, eventually it's a little bit difficult to get started. But once you got it started and you have the momentum for it, that is something that is incredibly, incredibly powerful, that you need to hold on to for dear life. Because once you have momentum, building anything in your life is so much easier. So it's a lot easier to just keep going doing the same routine, doing the same things once you have it established. You might have experienced the same thing with the gym. Sorry, it's a little bit difficult in the beginning to just get started with the gym, but once you're started with the gym, it just feels wrong. It's the same with like brushing your teeth. Once you have been brushing your teeth for a long time, for me now personally, it feels wrong to not brush my teeth. It's just because it's a habit that's ingrained from childhood, and it's the same thing. So whenever you are considering saying yes to something that doesn't truly align with your life, you really have to ask yourself, like, I look at every single decision that I make in my life as a vote for the person I want to become. And that's basically everything it is. Like this very moment that we're in right now, I decided to wake up early and I decided to shoot some videos because I personally believe that for me, my dream life, that is directly aligned to it. So that is a decision I made, and it also makes me proud, and also it gives me the momentum. Because a few days ago, it was tough to wake up early because I had been traveling late and just trying to have a little bit of a social life. But what I noticed as well is when I was having that social life, I also had like this feeling within that what I'm doing right now is not directly aligned with what I want to do. And you know it within yourself. I have always known for myself that I wanted to travel the world, to make videos, and to just have incredible experiences, just being a traveler. That is my core philosophy, travel and personal development together. I believe those two things are very much interconnected. And I believe that it's the most important part of self-help or personal development, because you're putting yourself in difficult situation. You're basically simulating kind of a similar experience the way it is to like building a business, where you're putting yourself in difficult situations basically before you're ready for it, and you just have to trust that you are ready for it. And since we're here in this beautiful destination, if I would have been up last night and I would have gone to some bar or nightclub or just went on some late night adventure, I probably wouldn't have been up. And if I would have been up at this hour, I probably wouldn't have felt refreshed, I wouldn't have felt rested, and I wouldn't have felt ready to start the day and just truly win the day. So that is what I want to ask you now. How ready are you to commit? How ready are you to commit to the dream life that you have? And the core thing first is that you always need to know, what is your dream life? Where do you want to go? Because if you don't know where you want to go, then it doesn't really matter, because you're going to end up wherever at the end of the day. So the first thing is always, you need to write it down. The same with your goals, you need to write it down. So you need to have you can have a vision board, you can have some sort of way to just really put it down. I would recommend like just spending an hour, 30 minutes, minimum 30 minutes to just like really think about like what is your dream life? Where do you want to go? Because if you don't know that, then chances are you're gonna end up just wherever anyways, because you have no direction, you have no intention, you have no place where you're putting your attention. And just because of that, you are going to end up anyways in the place that you're imagining, because it doesn't really matter, because you don't really know. So wow, the water is so freaking fresh. This is nice. Just want to show you guys. Beautiful, beautiful place here. Look at the beach dogs and staying at a nice camp over there. And therefore, I want to challenge you first and foremost. Number one, write down on a piece of paper or digitally and save it, store it, and really put some effort into it. What is your dream life? Because I did this 6 years ago. And guys, the exact life I wrote down, it has all manifested before my eyes. Because I chose to write it down with the push of my mentor at the time. He said how incredibly important it is to write down your goals. Because if you don't write it down, it means you're not taking it seriously. In one way, you don't believe in it. So just please write it down and just keep looking at it every once in a while. And I've had experiences in my life where I look at it I write it down, I look at it, and then I just forget about it. And just because I had the intention, because I wrote it down, when I wrote it down, I truly felt within my body that this is something that's possible. This is something that I'm going to do. I truly felt it. I felt within my body what it would feel like to have this experience. I visualized it. And before you know it, like, just absolutely incredible thing. Like, I personally believe that the universe is conspiring to help you. I've had incredibly difficult experiences that have just shown me that the way I was living my life before, that is not the way. I've had a near-death experience. I've been pushed around. I've been broke. I've been lost in places, things that have shown me the other side of life, where I've been able to just truly, truly live a life that I can honestly say at this point, if I would die today, I can say that to some extent, I would be really happy with the way I've lived my life. And that was absolutely not the case before. I made a lot of stupid decisions. But because at the end of the day, I ended up saying no to a lot of things. So if you are a people pleaser yourself, if you've said yes to a lot of things, it will only go so far. At some point, either your health will go, or you will fail at building whatever it is because you don't have the time, because you're always putting other people in front of you. You need to fill your own cup before you help other people. That doesn't mean you're egoistic. That doesn't mean you're selfish. It just means that you're loving yourself. It means that you're taking care of yourself. So please, say no to something today that is not directly in line with the life that you want to do. It's a habit. You might be uncomfortable at first, but just please, just try it today. And if you haven't written down your goal, or if you prefer to have it through images in a vision board, you can also do that. But please write it down and then say no to something today. So that is what I'm going to leave you with from this beautiful destination here in Siquijor, Philippines. Absolutely beautiful island. I can highly, highly recommend it. Beautiful beach doggos. Truly, truly beautiful animals. Love them as well. So if you want to go deeper into this subject and this topic in your own life, you can also book me for coaching one-on-one down here in the description down below. And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any feedback for the video or anything that you want to discuss down below, or any insights you have yourself, also make sure to comment that down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.